I'm God, G-O-D.
Greetings, welcome to episode 65. This is container 26, part 2. I could not get through the entire container in one video because the memory card ran out of space, so I had to cut it. But I'm going to finish up container 26 in this video since there's not that much left. So it might be a short video, shorter than usual. Starting off, we have a little box of disassembled Sonic 2 cartridges. I must have had a plan to do something with the actual game cartridge, not necessarily the game card inside. I don't know why, but it's there. We have a ultra generic carry case. It doesn't even have a name or a label or anything on it. It's got the carry strap. It's got the zippered front pouch here. Let me make sure there's nothing inside. Nothing inside. Open it up, and there's a space for the game gear. Looks like a waist battery compartment. The battery, extra spare rechargeable battery, put on your waist, on your belt buckle. Maybe for the screen magnifier, I'm guessing. Maybe an adapter up here somewhere, somehow. I don't know. It's not rare as in like, oh, it's worth a lot of money, but it's just rare that a company would not stamp something on here like game system or carry case. This is just black. That's about as far as they went. Empty clear bag. We have the ultra rare wrist strap. Very rare. We have a loose one of those. We have a loose screen magnifier. Whoa. Can it magnify my face? That snaps onto the game gear so that it magnifies the screen. This is just the loose one. I don't see... Oh, this is Nuby, N-U-B-Y, manufacturing company, corporation, whatever. Hey, we have the instructions that came with the Nuby universal car adapter that I showed in the last video. And actually, I put that off to the side over here. So I'll have to now put this with that. We have a Sega Genesis game of Miss Pac-Man, which goes in the to get rid of pile. We have the Sega Master System Mega Cartridge, Phantasy Star. I don't remember buying this. Somebody might have given this to me. When people get to know that you collect something specific, they don't really know the specifics. They just kind of know the category. So they'll say, instead of saying, oh, he collects Sega Game Gear, they'll say, oh, he loves Sega. So then anything Sega they find, they pass on to me. And I'm a very cordial person, very respectful, and I'll thank them for that. It's nice of them to think of me. But this was probably given to me by someone who was like, he likes Sega. Anti-stat cleaning wipes. Bait System 3000. So, was it convenient and effective for cleanup and static control? So for cleaning off your screen, remove wipe from package and unfold thoroughly cleaned surface and allow to dry. So for cleaning off your screen and not having static electricity left behind, we have a Sega Power Back Game Gear that you strap on, you charge it up. Has the screw right there. I should do this over here. The screw that screws into the back, and then once it's charged, you just plug this in to the Game Gear unit, and it's strapped to the back, and it's power back, so it's got some time, limited time that you can play on it. I don't know how long these lasted as far as playtime. I don't know if it was a few hours or more, but yeah. And 1, 2. So I have 2 of these that I probably got from separate auctions. Look at that, me trying to figure out how to balance things. So I would have to plug them in and try to charge them, and then plug them into the Game Gear to decide if they work or if they are dead. There's a brand called Performance, which made items like accessories and stuff for Game Gear. Here is a snap-on battery by Performance. I thought I had another one here, but I guess not. So I just have one, which is pretty much pointless. So that'll go into the get rid of pile. Then I have 2 of the rechargeable batteries that fit onto your belt. You charge them up and you'd clip them onto your belts, and you'd walk around with your Game Gear plugged in and hope that it lasted for as long as you wanted to play the game that you were playing at the time, and that it didn't die mid-game, especially a game that you could save your progress. So yeah, we have 2 loose versions of those. Uncertain if they still work. Okay, next we have Pro Action Replay. Designed and manufactured by Detail Electronics. And I have here, just imagine infinite lives, unlimited energy, unlimited power, or extra fuel ammo. Become invincible with the Action Replay cartridge for your Game Gear. And there's this one which has like the red, and it comes with the paperwork inside and then the actual cartridge. Kind of like a Game Genie. Maybe, I'm going on a stretch here, maybe this was the European version of the Game Genie, but I'm not 100% on that. And then it has the code book inside for Game Gear. More energy, more levels, more power, more lives. Yeah. It came out of England. It was manufactured in England, so maybe this is the European version of the Game Genie. So there's that one. Then I have a different one. Same concept, same everything. You plug it in, you can get infinite lives, unlimited energy, power, fuel / ammo. Sega Pro voted it the best accessory. Electronic Gaming Monthly said best game customizing peripheral. And like the other one, this comes with the little book. Pro Action Replay code book for Game Gear. And then this manual reflects the cover of the box. So the manual inside reflects the image here for both of them. I've never tested or tried one of these out, one of these Pro Action Replays. I've never tested it out or plugged it in or anything. I have them, but I have a lot of Game Gear shit that I haven't tested or tried out. Doesn't mean that it's not good, right? Here we have your basic Sega Game Gear TV tuner adapter. And I had snuck and opened this to take a picture of the kickstand that comes with it, since in the last video I had a loose kickstand and I wanted to verify that it went with the TV tuner. So I opened up this one and the kickstand was in there. I'm like, okay, it does go with the TV tuner. So, and this is box complete. Next we have the rechargeable battery pack and AC adapter. So you got the adapter to plug into the wall, you plug in your battery pack, you charge it up, or you can just use the AC adapter straight into your Game Gear, whatever you choose, or both. You plug in the adapter, you play your game, you're like, hey, I gotta go. Unfortunately, you can't unplug the adapter and then quickly plug in the battery pack without losing your game. There's no residual energy to hold on to where you're at for you to switch out power supplies. For use exclusively with Game Gear from Sega. 1991, made in Japan. Thank you, Japan. In the last video, I referenced I showed you the Howard Johnson fun packs that were given out at Howard Johnson hotels when they were promoting the Game Gear. And I'm pretty sure I've showed these before, but these are the videos, Sega Game Gear Game Tips, Volume 1 and Volume 2. It's just marketing, honestly. But you can call 1-800-I-GO-HOJO. Let me try to pay attention here, balance these out. This one is still sealed. Not that that's worth a lot, but it's just still sealed. This one has been opened and played with a lovely green cartridge. Ooh, more exciting than black, right? Black or gray. The games highlighted on Volume 1 are Echo the Tides of Time, X-Men, Game Master's Legacy, Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble. And for Volume 2, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Phantom 2040, and The Lion King. Now, I don't know if those are the only games these videos cover, or that's just a highlight of some of the games that are going to be shown, like secret tips and tricks. And then in the middle, it says, Kids Go Hojo. So it all ties together with the fun packs that I showed you in the last video with the videos. We have a book, the 1994 edition by Random House, Genesis and Game Gear Strategies. Can't beat that. In the US, it was $6.99. So you got both Genesis and Game Gear. So obviously Game Gear wins, so that's why I got this book. Yeah, 94 edition. Corey Sandler and Tom Badgett. Thank you guys. Thanks for making the book. Then we have the Bantam Game Mastery Series. Official Sega Genesis and Game Gear Strategies by the same two guys, except this book is much larger and it says second edition. So I don't know if the one I just showed you is first edition and then this one is second and they added more, or they just changed the formatting so the books would look different and it's the same content. I don't know. But that's what we got to work with. can't beat a good any book relating to Game Gear, strategies and whatnot. We have a box based on the address. I got this a long time ago, and this would be March 4 of 2005 from Japan. I looked up the name of this one. This is a strategy guide. I'll put the name on the screen because I cannot pronounce the English version of the Japanese title. I know it's something something part 3, but I'll put that on the screen so you can see it. But it's a strategy guide for that. Got that a while ago. Now this one has another strategy guide from Japan. It has Shining Force Gaiden and Shining Force 2, the Sword of Hyja. I might be saying that wrong. If I am, my apologies. But I looked up the box art, and it's 2 games split down the middle, and those are the 2 games. So if you're into Shining Force, there you go. We have some Japanese paperwork, filler stuff that I thought was cool because it's like Japanese. This one is Shining Force Gaiden Final Conflict. And they're in these semi-clear or semi-transparent bags. But I looked this one up, and it's the Shining Force Gaiden Final Conflict, which is an RPG, so I'm sure a strategy guide would be useful to anyone who could play the game, who can read Japanese. Because based on the thickness of the book, the game seems probably quite involved. And now this one has different games, pictures from the cover of Japanese game boxes, and even on the back. So I think it's a strategy guide for several different games, or for multiple games. Nazo Puyo 2, Shining Force Gaiden, Shining Force 2, the Sword of Hyja again. But I tried to do the Japanese to English translation I tried 3 different apps trying to translate what it says down the spine to see if that would tell me, like, if it would just say Sega Game Gear strategy guide for games or Japanese games, whatever, but none of them would recognize it. It would take a picture and try to, and it would just be gibberish. It would be nothing helpful. So if you know what this strategy guide says or is specifically targeting what games, please put it down in the comments, because I'd really like to know. And that's that. That is Container 26. That was part 2. I told you I didn't have a lot left, so a little shorter video than what I've been putting out. I really need to monitor myself more closely in regard to length of videos, because some of them approach 25 minutes, and I don't know, even if those of you out there who really consistently watch my videos, if 25 minutes is just a long time to listen to me talk and show shit off. So if you would put a comment down letting me know if the longer videos are okay, or if you'd rather have them like at 15 minutes so I could break it up, like break a container up into more sections. I just don't want people's attention span to fade and they say, this video is too long, and click away, because you might miss something pretty cool. So until we meet again, please be well.
Del, what are you doing?
I'm making my lunch!